When I was 12, I had recently finished a round of radiation for an abnormality I had in my brain, and I was still having lots of learning troubles as well as really, really bad headaches, and we couldn't figure out why. And one day I know I was doing geometry and my mom she couldn't figure out how I was getting the measures of the angles. And so she knew that I probably had a visual problem. So being in the medical field, she asked a few of her friends, and they all said Dr. Debby Feinberg's name, and so that's where we ended up 10 years ago. I remember saying, like, that I was having trouble reading, and I couldn't especially read in the car, and that I would have headaches and dizziness, and I would always be bumping into things when I walked. And so I remember meeting Dr. Debby, and she was really, really nice, which is good because I was pretty nervous. I knew that she wasn't a regular eye doctor, but I don't think I knew to the extreme that she would have an impact on my life. And I remember her taping the prisms onto my existing glasses for the first time, and me just immediately feeling taller and being able to see in dimension that I hadn't been able to see in before. And I finally knew what people meant when they said, like, fat versus skinny or tall versus short. And even walking, I felt taller and things seemed brighter, and I just remember I had this confidence that I didn't have before. School became a lot easier too, which was nice. After my first exam, I just kept looking around and commenting at all the staff, like, "Oh wow, that's such a nice print on your shirt," or just noticing things that I couldn't see before. It was truly a different world. When I first came in, back then she would clip the prisms on, and we would be able to take them home until the glasses came in. And so I remember just immediately a big change in just being able to see, and not having headaches, and even being able to read a lot easier, which was something I really struggled with. And it was like all of a sudden I could figure out how to get the angles that we were measuring, and it just changed everything, really. I've always had problems with my learning. I was even going to be put into a special education class right before I ever first came to Dr. Debby, and after getting the glasses, I didn't need to go into the special education class. I was able to catch up with reading and with my math, and now I love to read, where before it was just such a challenge. I hated it. And school has just been so much easier, and I don't have to work so hard for every grade, which is nice, especially in college. Having your vision checked can really change your life. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be the prisms, but it's the doctors and the people who take care of you that can change your life as well, especially since, being young, I had a lot of health problems, so I met a lot of doctors who weren't as kind or didn't believe me as much, and just having a doctor who had so much faith in me and so much confidence that I could do it helped me to go as far as I have. I would definitely want to educate more doctors and people in general about prisms and about this big gap that there is in the eye care, versus just getting your peripheral vision and distance checked versus these prisms and what they can do for you. I just thank everybody at Vision Specialists for helping me over the past 10 years, and really it's been an amazing experience, and I'm happy to have them on my side.